So a couple of weeks ago I went for a quick ride on the new BMW F450GS. It was alright, except for one tiny little detail. But I went into it with no context, like it was literally the only small ADV bike I've ever ridden. So here's more quick rides on small ADV bikes, starting from the one I think directly compares to that F450GS specifically, the Honda NX500 E-Clutch. Already at 2K it starts going. Oh, I like this already. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Okay, it lets you lug the bike more than the BMW. Is this pickup truck painted with like Raptor paint? Interesting. Very interesting. So, the new Honda NX500, new for 2026 with the E-clutch system. So the automatic clutch on this bike is a bit different than the BMW version. BMW uses a centrifugal clutch, like a scooter, like my Chow. And this bike uses a normal clutch with like an electronic actuator. So it is a normal multi-plate clutch, just with like some electronic fuckery going on. So I like already that you can stay at lower RPM and the clutch doesn't uncouple. The BMW system, from what I've seen, from what I have felt riding it, it decouples the engine on like acceleration if you are in a low gear, but it keeps it coupled on deceleration. So it gives you engine braking, but it slips. It doesn't allow you to lug the engine. This one does allow you to lug the engine, which I like already a lot more. Yeah, you give it some throttle and it already starts picking up. I like that. I really like that over the BMW. Oh, so the man said, yeah, put it in neutral if you are stationary for a long time. I suppose the clutch stays pulled in when you are in first gear. And yeah, it's not good for the release bearing. It feels more planted than the BMW. Maybe because the bars are narrower, so you don't have as much leverage to put it down in a corner. Ooh, the seat is so plushy. The seat is bouncy, like not bouncy, but like it's soft. And like on a bump, you go like down in it as if it was a beanbag. Ooh, it's comfy. It's really comfy. Riding position is much more like it is a street bike. It is much more road oriented than the Beamer. My feet are further back. I am hunched forward a little bit more. Standing up, yeah, it's terrible. It's like I'm twerking. Yeah, I like this one. I got on the BMW and I was like, I don't know. This one though, this one is nice. I mean, it's not perfect. Nothing is. What happens if I try to clutchless, like to close the throttle when I'm shifting? Oh, okay, it's much smoother. The man on the Africa Twin, he got it easy. He has a dual clutch. This one, ooh, nice on the bump. This one, as well as the BMW, these are not automatics. Like, these are automated clutch manuals. These are manual transmissions with an automatic clutch. And the problem with that is that you know when you are going to shift, so you predict. You pull the clutch, you shift, and then you carry on riding, I guess. These bikes, the clutch cannot predict what you're doing. The clutch can only react to it. And on the Africa Twin, for example, it's different, because on the Africa Twin, the shifting itself is automated. So the bike can do everything itself. The bike can pull the clutch, or I guess, decouple one of the clutches, couple the other one, and then shift. On this bike, you tell it you want to shift, you pull up on the lever, and the bike's like, oh, I need to pull the clutch in. And the bike does pull the clutch in, but after you start yanking on the lever. So the shifting action is really clunky, because it's like you're trying to shift without using the clutch, and then you're like, oh yeah, I forgot, I need to pull the clutch in. So let's see, 75k an hour, 3500 RPM. I don't remember the BMW revs at these speeds, but I feel like this is way more relaxed. And like weirdly, it vibrates a lot less. The shifting action on the BMW was better. So you, like when you went to shift, it was much smoother. Oh, I'm flat out. I'm flat out, eh? It feels like it has a taller final drive because it feels slightly more, I don't know, lethargic than the BMW, but the BMW I feel like it had really short gearing. Yeah, 73, and I am barely above the biting point on the BMW. Yeah, this definitely has taller gearing, like a taller final drive at least. Oh. Oh, I pulled the clutch in. Shit. How is it while, like, when using the clutch? You know, because maybe you don't want to get a E-clutch NX500. I wonder. Let's see. It is much smoother. Yeah, these systems are flawed, I think, inherently. Maybe they can be refined, but I feel like they are inherently flawed because you know when you are going to shift, right? So you pull the clutch preemptively, and the bike doesn't do that for you. Yeah, the BMW felt quicker. It felt like it had more pickup. This feels slightly more lethargic. Maybe I'm not driving it enough. No, I'm definitely revving it off. Yeah, it's a little bit slower. It is a tried and true engine, which could be a point of contention for the Beamer, because this engine's been out for a while. This engine's been out for more than 10 years, I think. Maybe 15 years, maybe going on 15 years. The F450GS engine is new. And you know, you could argue that one's made in India, but I don't think this one is made in Japan either. Yeah, strong mid-range. It signs off after, well, 75, 7, maybe 75. Yeah, nice pickup. It runs nice. I mean, it's a Honda. They always run nice. Yeah, it doesn't like downshifting. The shifting action on the BMW was much smoother. This one, the clutch feels smoother, but the whole operation felt smoother on the BMW. I feel like I'm hurting the bike, man. Maybe shifting smoothly. Yeah, it's much better like that. It is much better if you don't yank on it. It still feels like you're forcing it, but like it feels like you're forcing it less if you shift, like if you just go like that. See the downshift? Downshift slow. Still doesn't like it. It still doesn't like downshifting. Yeah, something BMW SMG. I mean, yeah, in case you're interested, this is not a review. I'm not a reviewer, but like if you are interested in this or the F450GS, the F450 is more sporty, I guess, and I would get the sport package on the F450. This feels like more of a touring bike. Yeah, it's more of a touring bike. Neither of them are off-road bikes. Neither of them are like proper adventure bikes. I guess proper dual sports, I guess. Like, they're not dual sports. The DRZ is a dual sport. If I wanted to get something like this, and the options were this, the F450GS, and those are the only ones I tried, I would get this. With a manual clutch though. Not this fuckery. Yeah, safe to say I'm not really a fan of auto clutches on manuals. I would consider the NX a solid choice if it had a normal clutch, They didn't have a normal NX at the event, but they had this, the CL500. Same engine, similar weight, similar ergonomics, everything, so I thought, why not? Just to see how I like this platform with a conventional clutch, and the riding experience could not have been more different. Yeah, this transmission without that stupid ass clutch works so much better. Oh, poor NX. I just know I did irreparable damage to that transmission. Hey, yo, it feels quicker. It feels quicker. It's the same engine. Yo, oh, I like this one. I hate these, like, tank pads. Oh, look at the view. I am with a bunch of Hondas, riding in the Alps. Oh, and my left leg is cooking. My right leg is cooking. Sounds nice too. Nice and throaty sound. Ooh, Ferrarino! Yo! Oh, it is bouncy. It is a little bit bouncy on the shocks. But like, it's not hard bouncy like the GS was. I mean, it's got dual shocks, so I guess it makes sense. Oh, I like this one. Oh, I really friggin' like this one. Oh, come on, traffic! Yo, these tires though, Michelin, like what, Anarchy Wild they are? Anarchy something? Every friggin' adventure tire Michelin makes is an Anarchy. It's these ones. God, hey, they feel good. This bike feels good. Oh man, no, this was a mistake. Riding this bike was a mistake, man. I want one. Like, seriously, this was so much fun. And it was so unexpected too, like I didn't even know this bike existed before this event. Yeah, good job Honda. Now, the bike I was most excited for, the new KLE 500 from Kawasaki. It looks nice, it looks funky. Ooh, the ABS has got like a massive red button to turn it off. Oh, it's tall. Oh, it's really tall. The front brake needs a bleed. The rear brake feels like you're pushing on a block of granite. The front brake is spongy as shit. Probably just needs a bleed. Yo, is that a Kajiva Raptor 650? It is. It's like an SV650, but better. Ooh, standing up is nice. Natural. Off-roading, yeah. The handlebar is, Jesus fucking Christ, the riser on that. That's cool. ZX4RR. It rides so nice standing up. Okay, this is proper. This is proper adventure bike. This is nice. It is much more off-road oriented than either the GS 450 and the NX 500. 21-inch front wheel too, I think. Power delivery is smooth. Feels like it wants to rev. It feels much more revvy than the GS and the Honda. Well, I mean, it's a Ninja 500 engine. Either that or it's godless. So there's no engine modes, no bullshit, no nothing. Just a big ol' ABS off button and that's it. This and the CL500, really nice palate cleansers after trying that interesting and still in need of development automatic clutch on the NX500. I liked the NX500. I didn't like the shifting experience of the NX500. Are we going? Let's go, baby. KLE Ninja 500 engine. What's it like in the twisties? Hey, yo. Yo, it changes direction so easily. Oh, okay, I see. It doesn't really like to rev. It's begging me to take the exhaust off. What are you doing? Oh, the transmission is so close ratioed. I mean, it is a Ninja 500 engine. It shifts like you would expect a sports bike to shift. And it also kind of rides like one. It rides so tight. This is an A2 bike. This is so much fun. Slipper clutch? Yeah, it probably has a slipper clutch. Yo, bouncy, bouncy. This is my shit. This is my jam. Yo, I like this. Ooh, years of riding a shit Dominator are finally paying off. Yo, it changes direction so easily. It feels like I'm riding nothing. Like, it feels big, but it feels so light too at the same time. What is this? I'm probably shouting in the microphone. I'm sorry, but ooh, lordy. Yeah, it's pretty good. But how good is it compared to this? The CFMoto 450MT has been out for a while, and it's the least expensive and supposedly more off-roady of the small ADV segment. I'm sure you all know more about it than I do. There's probably thousands of videos about it, but I've never ridden one, and it's free to test ride it, so, you know, why not? So, first impressions, it's way lower than the KLE 500. I was looking at the spec sheet, and it's smaller, like it's shorter in both length and wheelbase. Bleed nipple on the master cylinder, that's good. You don't see that very often. ABS button, like the KLE. Oh, it's got voltage, it's got clock, battery voltage, and charging voltage, water temperature, traction control light, ABS light. Nice, not vibey. Oh, clutch pull is nice, and like clutch biting point is predictable. It's very intuitive. Oh, I don't like these tires. They want to fall in. Feels like the tires want to fall in the corner. Fueling is a bit jumpy. Probably can be mapped out. Okay, first impressions, it doesn't have that like good street bike feeling of the KLE 500. But like apparently this bike is a monster off-road. The riding position is weird. Because I am more like slightly more hunched forward than I was on the KLE. Like the KLE felt like you were on a friggin' dreadnought ship. This one feels, I don't know, I guess smaller. And like more on it. Yeah, and like even standing up, the bar is a bit low, like lower and hunched forward. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of my Aprilia. The riding position, because you're not standing up, you are like in an attack position. I like it. Like, how do you do? Ooh, cool. Okay. Yeah, I was expecting a different riding position. It's much more like street bikey than you would expect from a bike like this. Like the KLE felt much more like an off-road bike, position-wise. Yeah, I'm already in 6th gear. 62 kilometers an hour at 3,500 RPM. Yeah, final drive is really short vehicle. No, apparently there's no riding modes. I mean, on bikes like these, you don't really need them. You know, you don't really need to restrict 42 horsepower. It's nice to have. Like, I like them on the DRZ. Yeah, the throttle response is really good at these revs. It was a bit jumpy, like really off idle, but it feels nice. Above 3,000 RPM, it clears up, but below that, it's kind of shite. Ooh, okay, suspension. A bit harsh, just a tiny bit harsh. Where are we going? Easy there, Kia. So power numbers between like all of the bikes I've tried, 40, 45 horsepower, most of the difference between all of them will be just gearing. This bike feels like it has a much shorter final drive because it picks up much nicer than the KLE. So what are the revs at highway speeds? The revs are way too high. 7,000 RPM. Ooh, the brakes are definitely present. The seat is so comfortable. Like, I barely just noticed it. It feels really like, it feels kind of like halfway between the KLE and the GS450, because it's wide and you can move around in it, but it's way softer than the GS. Comparing this to the KLE 500, which I feel like between all the bikes I tested today and yesterday is the most, like the more similar one. You know, they're both twins and off-road oriented. The engine on the KLE felt like a screamer. Let's see this one. And the KLE had much better brakes. This one sounds way nicer. I mean, it is a, what was it, 270-degree crank parallel twin, and the KLE is a 180-degree crank parallel twin. And like, you feel riding the KLE that the engine is derived, and it's basically a Ninja 500 engine. Yeah, the KLE felt much lighter to flick around. I don't know where they put 195 kilograms on the KLE. I have no clue where they are. This bike, it feels like it's, you know, it feels like the advertised weight is correct. I kind of like the KLE better on the road. We won't do any off-road testing today, unfortunately, because it's a demo event, and if they say no off-roading, then it's no off-roading. And I'm sure there's plenty of like reviews of people taking this off-road and the KLE off-road, so go watch those if you want to like really get to know the bikes before you potentially buy them. This bike, you know, maybe this one feels also like it needs an exhaust, because I don't know, you get to a certain point and it feels like it wants to rev more. As a road bike, I like the KLE better. It rides so much, like it rides so much better than this. No, I say so much better. It rides much lighter than this. Yeah, it's not making me shout, chat. It's not giving me that feeling. I like the KLE better. I mean, it is fun, don't get me wrong. And, you know, I also tried the KLE on a more open road where I could really ring it out. I suppose some off-road testing would be better for this one. I mean, it doesn't ride bad. The KLE rides better, that's it. I mean, it doesn't ride bad. It sounds like this bike rides like shit. It doesn't, it rides really well. It's compliant, it's a bit, well, I mean, it is a little bit harsh, but it's stable in the corner. It's just that the KLE rides a little bit better. Could be tires, could be just the bike. Ooh, easy, easy. Ooh. Yeah, it feels much heavier. You know, just the sound alone is tickling me, but like, I wish I could have the like riding dynamics of the KLE with this sound. Maybe this bike is just that much better off-road that it's like, maybe you don't care about on-road manners. Maybe you just want a weapon up the trails. Maybe a KLE with a pipe. I mean, it won't sound anything like this, but maybe a KLE with a pipe and one tooth down on the front sprocket. I would go that route, but you know, this bike has a much more comprehensive, well, I say comprehensive, I don't really know what that means. It has a much better suspension package. It would be really fun to test this one off-road. CFMoto, if you're watching this, you know, call me. And Kawasaki too, because why not? Just shoot your shot. Remember, chat, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Kawasaki, I would love to test a KLE 500. Please give me one. I really liked that bike. Okay, now another bike that I wasn't meaning, like that I did not come here expecting I would test. We're testing the KTM 390 Adventure, which was also unplanned, like the CL. Now, I didn't really like the new 390s, like all of them, when they came out, mostly because they kind of look AI generated to me. But you know, maybe it's the multiply effect. Maybe once you get over the looks and just ride them, they are good. Maybe. It's got. Does it have some like assisted takeoff? Oh, it sounds like a toaster. This one as well. It feels heavier than the KLE. By a long shot. And it's really vibey. I mean, it is a single cylinder. How is it standing up? Yeah, it's like the CFMoto. The bar is a bit low, so it's like more of an attack position. What are you doing? stupid shit. And yeah, I got the more off-roady one and I'm testing it on the road. It's fine. Okay. I'm also testing the Enduro R later, after this one, because I want to see how it compares to the DRZ. I can immediately tell you, the DRZ does not vibrate nearly as much as this thing, so that's probably gonna be the same for the Enduro R. Front end feels kind of vague, kind of disconnected from the rest of the bike. It's got some pick up and go, to be fair. Yo, hello! Okay. 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 Interesting. I'm on knobby tires. Easy. Easy in the corner. It feels much more like a twin than the KLE did. KLE was like flat and like it had all the torque all of the time. This builds up so nicely up top. Nice. Ow, 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 ow. I don't like this. Ow. It's really stiff. Oh, I need to play with the clickers. God, I don't know if they expect everyone to pull up being like friggin', I don't know, Peter Griffin or something. These bikes are set up so stiff. Brakes are good. Engine is good. It's making me want to cut my left foot off, and it's also kind of cooking my right leg. Yeah, you can feel in the pegs that it's a single cylinder. Did you just flash traction control at me? It does not change directions like the KLE did. That bike felt so telepathic. Stop flashing traction control at me! You have 40 horsepower! Oh, my right leg is cooking. Nice leaned over. Okay. It's so unassuming. Like at low RPM, you're just thumping along, and then you go, you know, nothing happens. But then you go like, what is it, above 6K? Yo, this is fun. It reminds me in like power delivery of the old DRZ, but like an old uncorked DRZ. It feels way too wide for being a single cylinder. And you need to give it some revs to take off. Doesn't feel nearly as lightweight as the KLE did. Yeah, 5K, godless. You need to keep it above 6. Pulls nice to 9K too, Jesus. Yeah, I am cooking. I am really cooking. My legs, my right leg. Like, this bike hates your legs, because it's vibrating my left leg numb, and it's cooking my right leg. Other than that, it's pretty good, yeah. So now we jump straight back onto the Enduro R. Seat height is exactly the same. It immediately feels cheaper. Well, I mean, it is cheaper, so fair. Yeah, it idles really high. You can take off without giving it any throttle. Really minimalist dash. There's nothing on it. I mean, there's just what you need. Oh. Street off-road. No rain mode. The Adventure R had rain mode. This one doesn't. Really funny KDM. The bar feels lower. I mean, sitting down, it feels like more of a supermoto riding position. Yeah, this would make a lot more sense as a supermoto. A lot more sense. The front end immediately feels like more planted than the Adventure. I don't know if it's like set up differently, but it doesn't feel nearly as harsh. It still rides harsh, for me at least, for my low weight, but it feels better than the Adventure R. Oh, I'm already in 6th gear, and you know what? It is lighter, it is way lighter, but it still doesn't feel nearly as light as the KLE did. Like, that bike was it had some dark magic shit going on. Yeah, this would make a lot more sense as a supermoto. As an Enduro R, not so much. Brakes are good. Brakes at least are good. What is it, like, is it a bike Brembo setup? It's not the most confidence-inspiring bike. Same with the Adventure R. I don't feel really at home on them. They're not bad bikes, they're just weird. They have something to them that doesn't really sit right with me. Also, speaking of sitting right, this seat is really, really uncomfortable. You wouldn't think it, because it's soft-ish when you touch it. But like, I sat on it not even like, what, 10 minutes? And my bum already aches. The seat on the DRZ was better. It was more comfortable. And also, the DRZ itself, it was tall. Like, taller than this, seat height-wise. But I felt like I could flat-footed, like, not flat-footed, but like, touch the ground much better than this one. But it feels really wide for some reason. Like, it's a single cylinder. It should be nice and narrow and slim. You know, I never really liked this new family of bikes when it came out, which is mainly why I wanted to try them now. I still don't like it. I still don't really like it. I liked the Adventure better than this one. This one, I feel like would make a lot more sense as a supermoto. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, but I liked the DRZ better than this one. If you want a dual sport, like a reliable dual sport, you can't go wrong with the DRZ. Especially reliability-wise. I mean, this 390 is a whole new engine, like it's a completely new unit, but the 390 hasn't really had the best reputation for reliability over the years. Let's see on the uphill section what it does, if I can let it breathe a little bit better. Okay, front end getting light. Okay, between 6 and 7. Okay. This would make a whole lot more sense as a supermoto, man. This bike, okay. This bike feels slightly more gutless off bottom than an old DRZ, like an old uncorked DRZ. And it feels like it maybe opens up a little bit more up top. Feels like it, because maybe it doesn't, and it's just like tricking me into thinking it's more powerful up top because it's slow as hell down bottom. Okay, I see you. I see you, KTM. The guys with the big ADV bikes can't keep up. And then there's like me and the dude in front of me with the, what is it? 390 Adventure X, like the 19 front inch wheel one, 19-inch front wheel one. I will say my hand, that one, is I don't really feel it. I can't really feel my right hand anymore. Yeah, my whole thing about this bike is like, yeah, it's good, but it would make a whole lot more sense as a supermoto. I don't see this being a good dirt bike, a good dual sport. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I feel like the supermoto version would, like supermoto wheels would suit this bike, and this engine, powertrain, everything, it would suit it a lot better. Yeah, I think that's it for this testing session. Well, testing, me trying out some random bikes I saw in the parking lot of the event. Yo, is that a Tenere 1200 with a sidecar? It is a Tenere 1200 with a sidecar. That was definitely interesting. Really, really cool bikes, and yeah, eye-opening. I didn't really like the new 390s when they came out. I still don't really like them. Aesthetically, they just kind of suck for me. They don't really do it for me. Riding them, I would need to test them for a longer time, I think. You can't really make an opinion, like you can't really have an opinion on something you tried for just 30 minutes. I did not take them off-road. I don't really have the full picture on them. So which one did I like the most? I liked the KLE 500 the most. That was definitely the highlight for me. It rode so well. The engine was a bit plugged up. It felt like it needed some waking up. An exhaust, maybe. And also, I don't know, maybe a tune. I was pleasantly surprised by the CL 500 and the KTM 390s, both of them. I don't know what secret sauce was in the CL 500. It felt so much quicker than the NX. And yeah, I didn't really like the NX 500. I'm sorry that I don't... Just give me a normal clutch. About the CFMoto, there was a lot of hype surrounding it when it came out, and you know, I went into this, ooh, big G-Wang. Yeah. I went into this being like, oh, this bike, people say it's good. Let's see if it is good. It is good off-road, apparently. Just riding it like this on the road, I feel like the KLE 500 would be better off-road. It doesn't have adjustable suspension, but it feels much lighter and more nimble and like easier to flick around. So yeah, KLE 500, big favorite. I hated the NX 500. The CL 500 was really, really fun. I didn't expect the KTMs to rev that high. They were really fun. It was almost like riding a two-stroke. And yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed myself. I wanted to try the GS450 with the F450GS with the normal clutch because they had one, but it was fully booked for today and yesterday, so yeah, I didn't do it. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave me a like, a comment, subscribe, maybe. This is not really the type of content I do. I don't go around testing bikes. It was just a demo day, like a free demo event. Let me know if you tried some of these bikes, what you thought of them, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.